and welcome to Delightful, Delicious, Delovely. My name is Christina Lees, and today I am going to be making a vegan beef and chickpea masala. This masala recipe makes a lot of masala paste a really lot. So last time I made it, I gave a bunch away. I put some in little baggies or little, saved tofu cream cheese containers and gave my friends this stuff to take home. I also made a boatload for a party and brought it to a party, but I don't have those plans today, so I'm going to freeze it in little sandwich baggies, little Ziploc sandwich baggies. What I don't use for this individual dish, I will use later, at a later date, and have it ready to go. It's super, super easy, and so let's get started. First of all, I'm going to make the masala paste. It's all done in a food processor. You start with 2 onions. I've got 1 white and one yellow and 1 red here. I'm going to add 5 garlic cloves in there. I'm going to add a bunch of cilantro stems, just the stems, so that's kind of cool, and because usually you throw that away. So this is just a bunch of cilantro stems. Originally when I made this recipe, I did not add any heat. Today I'm going to add a whole jalapeno to this. I'm going to actually cut it a little bit. But I'm adding it seeds and all. This is an optional thing for you. If you don't like heat, don't do it. I am going to add the juice of a lemon. In this recipe, I'm going to be using these Gardein beefless tips. They're pretty good in this dish. You don't have to use them. You could go straight chickpea. You could add cauliflower. You could use another Gardein product or Beyond Meat product like the chicken strips or something like that. It's pretty versatile stuff, this recipe. So I'm going to add a handful, it's a fistful of raw almonds. Then I'm going to add a boatload of spices. I am going to add 2 tablespoons of ginger. 2 tablespoons of ginger. I like to buy this ginger. It's already minced and ready to go in these containers. It's really a fantastic shortcut to using fresh ginger and has all the same flavor with none of the effort, which I appreciate. I'm going to wipe this clean. I'm going to add 3 tablespoons of garam masala. If you can't find this at your local supermarket, you can get it online. I would also recommend checking if you have any Indian grocery stores, Indian spice stores around. That's the way to go because it will certainly be cheapest there. I don't know what I paid for this, but probably $4. So it's pretty big. It's 14 ounces. All right, I'm going to add a tablespoon each of, this is chili powder. This particular one, I'm going to kill this container. Why not? This is a ground chipotle chili pepper. If you watch this show, you know I find great satisfaction in finishing things. I don't know what that's about. I'm going to add a tablespoon of turmeric. Again, nobody's told me how to say that properly. I should probably just Google it. I'm sure I can get a Google pronunciation. I need a tablespoon of ground cumin seeds. A tablespoon of cayenne. Actually, I'm going to go with, not a tablespoon, I'm going to go with like half a teaspoon because I have that jalapeno in there. Go light with the cayenne. Going to go with 1½ teaspoon of ground cloves. Also, be careful with this stuff. Don't go heavy because cloves are such a powerful flavor. You don't want that to overpower things. And finally, I'm going to add 2 teaspoons of salt. That's 1. That's 2. I might need some water to get this to blend. Let's see. Bear with me now. looking pretty good. Let's check it out. Yeah, that's it. It's done. So, I'll give you a peek at this. That is the paste. This made quite a bit. But I'm going to set it aside and get my situation set up for the rest of the recipe. I'll be right back. Alright, I'm back. I'm heating this pan. To it, I'm going to add a glug or so of olive oil, maybe a tablespoon. And then I'm going to fry, and that's a little bit warm, the only 1/4 cup of that masala paste. It made, you know, it makes about 2 cups of it. I only need a 1/4 cup for this recipe, so that's how much it makes. If that doesn't appeal to you, having that much left over, or you don't want to make this stuff several days in a row, or you don't want to freeze it or bring it somewhere, maybe cut the recipe in a half or a 1/4. Alright, that's smoking, so this is probably going to splash me, which makes me sad, but alright, it didn't splash me. On a medium-high heat. I'm going to saute this for about 3 minutes. And I will be back. Alright, while this was frying up, I took the extra masala paste and I put it in little Ziploc baggies. I marked what it is and dated it. I put them in 1/2 cup increments. And I will store them in the freezer flat like this. So they take up almost no room. And they'll be good to go in the future when I want a quick paste. Alright, to this I'm going to add, this is 1.5 cups of tomato puree, and 1/2 cup, oh don't splash me, oh no, and 1.5 cups of, that was 1.5 cups of tomato puree, and this is 1/2 cup of vegetable stock. Alright. This also needs to simmer for a long time. This needs to simmer for about 10 minutes. I would stir it some frequently, but you want it to turn a nice red color and thicken up a little bit. So once again, I'll be back. All right, it is looking very good. Be careful with this, cooking this red sauce. It pops and makes quite a bit of a mess. It's popped all over the place here. Alright, anyway, it's looking great. I'm going to add a 15-ounce can of coconut milk to that. You can use light or full fat. That's your call. I'm going to blend that in. I'm going to add, oh no, I lost my salt. You're going to salt this to taste, is the bottom line. Salt to taste. And now I'm going to stir in this package of Gardein beefless tips. So I think I am. Oh my god. There you go. Oops. Not even defrosted. Throw that away. And my original recipe called for 1 can of chickpeas, a 15-ounce can of chickpeas, but I happen to have 2 cups of them that I soaked overnight. I made some other recipes with chickpeas this week, and I have this left over, and I don't want them to go to waste, so I'm just going to dump in the whole amount. And then you just let this cook down. I would simmer it on like a low, medium-low. Cook it until it's thick. The longer you cook it, the better. So let's give it, if you gave it half an hour, that would be great. Just simmering down, stir it occasionally, let it get thicker. The flavors will melt better, and it'll just be a better overall dish the longer it goes. It needn't go forever, but if you give it time. In fact, I think this is one of those dishes that tastes better the next day. So yeah, so add some salt to this when it's ready, season it to taste, and that is it. That is my beef and chickpea masala, my vegan beef and chickpea masala. I hope you enjoyed it. I hope you'll try it. If you do, please give me your feedback on how it turned out for you. Serve it with some rice, if you like basmati rice or some brown rice or even some cauliflower rice. Some of you may or may not know I've had a food blog called Delightful, Delicious, Delovely for 5 years now, and there's about 800 recipes on that blog. So if you're hankering for something that I have not yet posted on this channel, feel free to look there. There's a search bar there, and you can look for a recipe you might want there. There's tons and tons and tons. I mean, seriously, 850 posts or something like that. So really a lot to pick from. And yeah, so that's it. I hope you enjoyed it. Please subscribe. And until next time, that's it. Okay, bye.